Hey y'all, this video might be long. You probably want to fast forward it, but I'm going to talk about how the prophecy showed up at my last job, and it was undeniable. It was undeniable. I'm glad now, even though that was a crazy situation, but I needed to have that experience to see how the ancestors, see how God will move in your life. It grounded me in my faith. Now that I go back and look at it, and I just got to share it. Now, I was working at this hospital. I really wanted this job too. I was a CNA. And anybody know you a CNA, you know that we are the real healers. Because them doctors and them nurses and stuff, most of them be sick. They be working through subjugated spirits. There's a lot of subjugation and oppressive spirits that go on at that hospital between the nurses and the doctors. The real healers is the CNA. The real healer, because we come in contact with these people, we pour into these people, we are caring for these people. We get to see them in a brand new light, and we take care of these people. Some of us attached to these people, so we are the real healers. Anyway, I was working at this hospital. I really wanted this hospital, work at this hospital. And when I first got up there, I saw a lot of stuff that they were doing that wasn't direct care. Some of you CNAs know how they try to transform us into a housekeeper and transform us into janitors and stuff like that. So they was kind of putting that down there, that oppressive again, subjugated spirit. And so they was moving beds and stuff, and I let them know right off the back, I'm not moving beds. I'm just that's not direct care. That is not direct care. We are not supposed to be doing that. We take care of people. We don't take care of furniture. We don't take care of beds. Our job is to take care of patients, residents. That's our job. Nothing more. That's enough right there in itself. And that's mandated by the state. We do direct care. If we're doing something else, then that job is going to be in jeopardy of their license having a CNA, or you going to be in jeopardy of your license letting them have you do something that's not even in your what I'm trying to say, job description. I'm going to put it that way. And so one day I was walking down the hall, and the supervisor, she come by there and she tell me to grab a bed, move the bed. I just looked at her, and then the other CNA behind me, I guess he was trying to save me. He was like, "I'll move it, I'll move it, I'll move it," and so he moved the bed, but it made her mad. It upset her. She was like, "Can you come in my office?" So I went in her office. Honey, I ain't never seen that. That's the first time I had seen anything like that. That spirit that was on her, that subjugated, that oppressive spirit was on her. She was this. She looked like this. Honey, she got in that girl. It looked like a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum. She was kicking her chair. I mean, she was, I ain't never seen her waving her neck and arms. I said, what the hell is this? I sat there and listened to her. But it took everything inside of me not to reach over there and put my hands on that woman. See, I hadn't I just started my healing journey right then. But I was, you know, really starting to work on my relationship with God, my personal relationship with God. Honey, I looked at that woman. I waited till she got done throwing that tantrum, and I looked at her. Now I look back at I was pretty cool. I look back, I was pretty cool the way I carried myself. I looked at her and I said, "Do you know me personally?" She said, "No, I don't know you personally." I said, "Did I personally do something to you?" No, no, no. I said, "Because this behavior is unprofessional. It's just unprofessional. This whole the way you addressed me and everything. It's totally unprofessional. I mean, my feelings were so hurt so bad because I couldn't do nothing to that woman, and I had to keep my composure. She was out of pocket. And honey, I went down there to my car, and I prayed and I cried. I said, God, ain't no way. If you put me on here, you're going to have to move these spirits, these subjugated spirits out of the way, these oppressive spirits. You ain't nowhere in the world I can stay up here and these people like that. Because I know my nature. I know my nature. You know what I'm saying? I know my nature. I'm not going to let you subjugate me. And maybe because I'm a fire sign too, but I don't even rock like that. Never did that. You ain't going to subjugate me. You're not going to oppress me. I'm not going to allow you to do it. And so uh, God said, go ahead and call the corporate office and tell them about your experience. See, that's one thing about your experience. Your experience is your teacher. It's the best life teacher ever, so don't never dismiss your experience. So I got on that phone, I told corporate what was going on. I was like, I can't believe, I can't believe this behavior with this woman. It was very defiant. It was very combative. I just let corporate know what was going on and that please come investigate this because something's wrong with this woman. And honey, corporate got up there and they started investigating her and the CNAs, they were scared for me. A lot of them were scared for me because I wouldn't let them subjugate me. And then too, when I had and I started writing nurses up that would start trying to subjugate us, baby, I was writing them up and getting them up out of there. Honey, I was the type, if you write me up, I can write too. See, that's what y'all don't know. I can write you up too. I start writing them up. I sure do. And you start seeing them being investigated and put out that hospital. Them CNAs just like, oh my God, we ain't never seen nothing like this. We ain't never seen that. I said, that's why we not going to be moving no beds and doing all this other stuff because we is not supposed to be doing it. And I'm telling you, if I catch you doing it, and y'all know I help anybody. If I catch you doing something that's subjugating you, don't ask me for no help because I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. And you start that up again and you want me to help you and use my energy with it, don't ask me to do it. I'm not going to help you. The only way we're going to stay free from this is we're going to have to let them know what the requirements is for a CNA. We are not no janitors. We don't move no furniture. We don't work for the rental center. We don't do none of that. A lot of them were scared for me. And a lot of times, I was scared for me. And I was surprised them people didn't fire me. But God said, they ain't going to fire you. They not going to fire you. I put you there. And I would tell some of my coworkers too, I came here looking for a job. I leave here looking for a job. And them folks ain't going to be, if God put me here, that's the only way I'm going to leave when God get me away from here. But God going to get ready to shut this place down because ain't nowhere in the world the God I know going to keep this place up because you got these sick nurses that's subjugating and then they subjugating the employees and then they can't keep people alive in here because everybody up in here is sick. Ain't nowhere in the world God going to keep this place open. These people are not healers. They are not healers. And honey, within a 2-year time, they was shutting that place down. Nurses was leaving. As I was writing them up. And the CNA's like, we ain't never seen nothing like this in our life. They thought I was going to get fired. And I got called to that office so many times. And I'd be like, okay, this is the day they're going to fire me because I wasn't really messed up because if you're going to fire me, you're going to pay me unemployment. You can go ahead and do it. I ain't scared. Because who running up in here to be using their energy to be drained like this as a CNA? Ain't nobody knocking down the door to come up here and wipe no booties. You understand me? This take a special type person to do this job. Most of us are healers and we don't even realize it. Honey, within the 2-year time, they was closing that place down and my co-workers was just like, Penny, how did you know? I said, ain't no way in the world the God I know is going to keep a place like this open because these people was not healing. But that's how that, and I stood in there again. Something just took over me and I just did it. Now that I look back at that, I said, that wasn't nothing, honey. Because something I did is scared. But I was not going to let that thing, whatever them oppressive spirits up in there, I wasn't going to let it subjugate me or none of them other women, people up there that they had been doing that to for years. It was time out for that, honey. Them people was something else. Them nurses was something else. Them spirits was something else on that job. And sometimes you got to stand in your power. You have to, especially if you righteous. And that's hoodoo right there. That's how you have to stand in your righteousness.